everyone, I'm so grateful and happy to see you here. You're very much welcome. I'm giving you all a big warm hug. Okay, so I really wanted to make this video some different from what we have done already before, and I really wanted to make it feel as if we're having one-on-one conversation. And I even have my coffee here so that it's some gezellig, cozy talking. And let me start with just telling you a story that I read in the book sometime earlier this year, and I think it pretty much has transformed my life, and it just showed me the importance of perspective like no other story did before. So the story talks about the guy who enters the train with two kids of his, and then he goes to the silent section of the train, and then the kids start roaming around and screaming, and everybody looks at the father a bit judgy and expecting his reaction to make his kids behave, and he himself just looks at the window and doesn't pay attention to the kids at all. And finally one of the other guys on the train comes up to him and says, sir, don't you see that your kids are just roaming around and screaming? You're in the silent cabin, you're not allowed to do that. Can you make your kids behave? And the father, as if he just zoned back in, and he replies saying, oh, I'm so sorry, we're actually just coming from their mother's funeral, and probably they just don't know how to deal with this, and actually, to be honest, I don't know myself either. And in that moment, the perspective of the guy who came to complain to this guy shifted in seconds. He felt so much compassion and actually felt so sorry for the father who just lost his wife. And that's the paradigm shift. It just explains and shows to us how some extra bit of knowledge can change our perspective, can change how we see the world. And that's something similar that gratitude does to us. Once we embrace gratitude and practice it daily, then the way we see the world changes. And there's so much science and just practices and experiments that confirms it, but I always prefer to get the experience firsthand. And so, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Say yes. Please say yes. Okay. I would love to invite you to do a challenge with me. It will take you a minute a day, but it can potentially transform your life. So the challenge is that every day for the next 30 days, the first thing that you do when you wake up is to write down one thing that you are grateful for. And that's it. You can write down on a piece of paper, in a journal, just keep it next to your bed. You can also write down it on your phone if it is something you prefer. And then let's see how that changes our world, and if it does change our world. I'm so curious to see your results if you do participate, and I will post also a poll on Instagram to see who participates, and let's make this world a better place. I'm sure this challenge has the potential to make this world a better place and to make our lives better. So please don't miss out on it. It will be really cool. And I'm so curious to see what it will do to our lives. I love you all so much. Thank you for being part of Life with Lisa community and watching this video. And I see you next week.